Welcome back to video number 3. The EarthShot Prize has picked up 2 new people, and one of them may surprise you. I'm sure Harry and Meghan won't be happy about this. Let's jump in and cover the whole thing, shall we? Let's go. The first new person to join the EarthShot Prize is Robert Irwin, the Crocodile Man's son. He is a conservationist, and he has been named a global ambassador for Prince William's initiative to help find solutions for environmental challenges. Robert Irwin, who by the way is 20, participated in last year's EarthShot Prize ceremony in Singapore. And since the beginning of the EarthShot Prize, he has been very vocal about how fabulous he thinks it is. So now he's joining some other humanitarians and actresses as the EarthShot Global Ambassador, and he's going to help work to amplify the mission even further. He said he was inspired by his late father, and I think he's going to be a great addition. All right, let's move on. We're going to start with Jose Andrés. I hope that's how you say his name. He founded a nonprofit named World Central Kitchen. And what this does is it goes around and provides meals to communities wherever there's natural disasters. He was the very first recipient of funding from Harry and Meghan's Archewell Foundation in December of 2020. So what happened was Harry and Meghan gave him $300,000 to construct community relief centers in areas including Dominica, Puerto Rico, and Mumbai. You haven't heard a whole lot since then about Harry and Meghan and this man. I'm not going to lie. I can't say this for sure. This is just my personal opinion. I think he didn't like the fact that the second that they paired up with him, it was a collaboration and it's half theirs. That's the way they made it sound. Well, that didn't come off well. And really, for the last couple years, you've heard nothing about their collaboration. Absolutely nothing. This man has just gone on doing what he does. I will say that $300,000, I believe, is like the largest amount Harry and Meghan have ever donated to anything. But I digress. I have no doubt that most of you remember Uvalde, the horrible circumstances, those poor children. And of course, World Central Kitchen popped up in Uvalde, as they should, to help feed the community. There was so much going on, so much police presence, things happening that people just didn't give a lot of thought to food management. And so they showed up to feed a lot of people in the community, which I thought was just wonderful. Now, we haven't heard anything about their partnership in over 2 years. And this picture popped up of Meghan at the Uvalde Blood Bank. And this is what the director of the blood bank said. She wanted to come by and just see everything that was going on with the blood drive and to help. Her whole thing was she wanted to help. She was going to be incognito. She told me that she was going to be wearing a t-shirt and ripped blue jeans and a hat and a mask, and no one was going to, know who she was. She didn't want anyone to know who she was because she didn't want the press attention. And my guess is she told them she didn't want the press attention because she had just come from posing at these crosses with the Netflix crew. She had flown 6 hours over on a private jet. No other A-lister in the world went there because they knew it would be nothing but a photo op, except for Matthew McConaughey, and he grew up in that town. Look closer at what she brought. She brought chips and things that you can buy in bulk at Costco. That's what she donated. Funny, because World Central Kitchen, who supposedly she paired up with, was there. What's going on? So what's happening now, since we've heard nothing, is that this gentleman who founded World Central Kitchen is now pairing up with William and the EarthShot Prize's judging panel. I mean, you can just imagine. This gentleman said, and I'm quoting regarding his appointment to the panel, "I am thrilled to join the EarthShot Prize Council to help showcase the change makers pushing the boundaries of innovation and ingenuity around the world. In good times and hard times, I've seen firsthand the power of food to heal and unite communities. Food is the best way to address some of the planet's most pressing challenges, and I firmly believe that we must transform our food system to be more sustainable and equitable. There is so much we can do to inspire the world to see food as a powerful tool for creativity and change, and EarthShot solutions are at the forefront of this movement." Oh my. You guys will know that there is a British reputation management consultant who has previously worked with William and Harry and the wider royal family. And he stated on the record that this man's defection over to the EarthShot prize was humiliating for Harry and Meghan and a very graphic illustration of the power differential between William and Harry. This man, by the way, Andrés, was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize earlier this year. I need to remind you guys that back in 2020, Harry took a phone call from somebody that he thought was Greta Thunberg, and they were Russian YouTubers. And this was right after the EarthShot Prize was established. And what Harry said was, and I'm quoting, "I think people need to be woken up. And the only way to wake people up from what effectively is a consciousness crisis, I think, is you need to be doing extreme things. And small steps or giving out prizes doesn't make any difference these days." I think that really shows the difference between the brothers. William's EarthShot Prize has taken off and he's made a real difference, whereas Harry is always going on and on and on about climate change while he's flying around all over the place on private jets. Now, the biggest point of all of this, in case you're missing it, is that this man who has the World Kitchen is respected. He's a big respected figure, and he has promoted Harry and Meghan over the years. He's tried to say nice things about them. Nobody believes anything he said. But the fact that William can just take him for EarthShot is not just humiliating for Harry and Meghan. It is a very, very graphic illustration of the power differential between William and Harry, because this man was basically faced with a choice. And when it came to advancing the goals of his organization, he has chosen to align with the future King of England. And Harry and Meghan either have to accept it or just cut ties with him. There have been a few issues with World Central Kitchen. Here's one guy who decided to resign in protest because he felt that there was unexplained censorship of what was going on in Gaza, and that the World Kitchen leadership didn't take a stance until 6 months later after 7 of its personnel were killed. This employee sent a letter to the World Central Kitchen executives asking for an open conversation that was mediated by the same ombudsman that was hired after last year's sexual harassment scandal that also took place at World Central Kitchen. It is alleged that that director stayed on working for years after issues were raised to the CEO, but after an internal investigation, he left. Now, I personally can't talk about all of those issues, but I will say I think it's a wonderful thing that he has partnered up with Prince William. Very sly of William to get him on board. All right, you guys, you know what to do. Put those comments down, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell for all notifications. Go down into the description box where you'll find the link to my Twitter, my Gettr, my Rumble, my email, my Patreon, which is currently paused, my Amazon wish list, and a physical address in case there's something you want to send. For those of you who've donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.